Hello and hafa everybody. I'm Jason Salas here with my good friend Liz Duenas, and we are on location for this week's installment of House to Home. Liz, of course, from Remax and Realty Guam. And Liz, we are once again in the very friendly confines of BankPacific in Hagåtña.
That's right. We're here to talk about VA loans. Practically half our island are military, so it'd be great for them to learn about how they can purchase their homes.
Yeah, now I'm particularly interested in learning exactly as far as the financing and, like as far as, approval process, what actually constitutes a veteran, and then what kind of benefits there are for people that are VA
That's
qualified.
Right. So we've got a loan expert that we're going to go meet in a few minutes, Therese Camacho. So she's going to tell us how this whole process works.
Our good friend Therese, of course, remember she was telling you how to get a home the last time, so I'm ready. I'm excited.
Okay, let's go.
Let's go.
Hi, we're here with Therese Camacho at BankPacific, and today we're going to talk about VA loans. Therese, we have practically half the island that are military personnel, either reservists, active duty. Many of them have been deployed. So we've got definitely a very patriotic island.
Correct.
And we'd like to help our audience learn more about VA loans, what the requirements are. Now I know that our veterans, please let the audience know what are the requirements. How many years do they have to serve in order to have the VA loan available to them?
Okay, with regards to active duty members, so long as they're active duty and they're in either branches of the service, Navy, Army, Air Force, Coast Guard, and they have been employed in that position for at least 2 years, and they have been active duty, they'll be able to get a VA loan through BankPacific. If you were a reservist, whether in Army National Guard, Army Reserves, and you were strictly just doing that and never been deployed, you'd have to have at least 6 good years of service that would equate to 6 good years of retirement points. And you'll be able to get that information from whomever handles their personnel office at the guard station. If you were in the service and served previously active duty and then got out, which a lot of our folks here are, they served their minimum 4 years in the Army, the Air Force, the Reserves, or the Marines, and got out as a military previously served and have a good record and basically can get a VA loan through that as well. Then, of course, people that have retired from the military, if they have retired, they're able to get a VA loan through us as well.
Well, we do get a lot of active duty military personnel that come in and they feel that it's better to buy versus rent. And then we've got the military personnel here. Many of our locals have been deployed. Now, I know we've had people come into our office saying they want to buy. Their income has been increased because they're active duty.
Right.
And they're being deployed for, let's say, a year's time.
Correct.
Can they still get the loan based on the higher qualification, based on the higher income that they're getting?
Yeah. Normally with the guardsmen or the reservists, they get deployed to a forwarding area for at least 18 months. Once that deployment stops, then that income stops. So we're not able to utilize that income for qualification. So if they were employed with another employer prior to being deployed, we can take the income that they've been generating with their prior employer and use that to qualify, because once they come back from deployment, they'll be back to their regular job. And that's what we can use to qualify them, because that income with deployment is going to stop after 18 months. And they will no longer be making that higher income with regards to their base, housing allowances, and things of that nature that are paid to them when they're deployed.
Now, one of the things, sometimes it's a misconception that when they come in and they're getting a VA loan, of course it's a benefit given by the federal government, but sometimes they think that they could come in and not have to pay any fees. So there are fees associated with a VA loan.
Correct. The misconception with our VA loan program is that it's 100% financing, which means the bank will be able to finance 100% of the purchase price plus the VA funding fee. And that VA funding fee is the fee that VA charges so that they can continue this program and offer this guaranteed VA loan program to all our veterans out there. So basically what happens is the veteran will need to come up with closing costs. Closing costs are fees that the bank charges to originate the loan, such as your loan origination fees, your VA discount fees, escrow closing fees, which are normally paid by the seller. We need to ensure that they have 1-year insurance to cover fire, typhoon, and earthquake, as well as owner's title insurance that the veteran can opt to purchase as well. So when you're looking at that picture, that's the portion that the veteran cannot pay for. They don't have to come up with a down payment. Normally, a down payment can consist of 3%, 5%, 10%, 20%. So the veteran doesn't have to save up their closing costs plus their down payment, because we can finance 100%. Now, with the closing expenses that the veteran is expected to pay, that can come from seller credits, if that's agreed upon between two parties. It can come via the Guam Housing Grant, because Guam Housing does offer a program to first-time home buyers with a loan amount a purchase price not to exceed $250,000. So they can approach Guam Housing and try to get information on that, because they need to get approval on that side. But that's normally like 4% of the purchase price.
Now, if you have someone that's already retired, they're living on Guam, they've got some income coming in from retirement, you could use that to qualify them for a loan, correct?
Yes, we can. Yes, we can.
Okay.
And that income will be used to qualify them for the VA loan. And they can use that to purchase if they don't already own, or a retired veteran that's wanting to refinance their home, utilizing the VA loan program. They have that option, and that's 100% financing.
So do you offer the refinancing for veterans out there that currently have a home?
Yes, we do.
You do offer that
yes,
program?
We do. And a lot of people think that they cannot use their VA loan to refinance their existing mortgages and maybe do some home improvements or pay off some other debt. We are able to utilize the VA program to do a refinance cash out to qualified veterans, yes.
Oh, that's wonderful, because we do, like I said, half the island are military personnel,
Right.
and have served our country very well.
Right.
So this is a lot of great information. Now, based on that, you folks finance a lot of the VA loans here.
Yes, we do. Yes, we
Okay.
do. Yes, we do.
You know, this refinancing, this is something new. I haven't even recommended that to any of our clients. Now that it's information you provided and you've processed a bunch of
Yes,
them,
we
then
have.
we can definitely refer them to BankPacific.
Definitely, definitely. And a lot of times they can draw equity from their existing homes, maybe to invest in other properties that they're looking at as well.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
So what else do you have to offer VA? What advice do you have for our audience regarding VA loans?
Basically, you can walk into our office here at Saginaw Mazal, and you'll be able to get pre-qualified with one of our loan officers. And all you would need to bring in is your current income statement, such as pay stubs or LESs, your last 2 years' tax returns, and a list of your debts, whether it be auto loans, personal loans, or credit card debt if you're looking at buying. If you're looking at refinancing your home to get into a VA loan, what bank has the mortgage on your property, the balance, and they will be able to work in the maximum loan amount that your income can support to get this VA loan.
Well, thank you, Therese. This is definitely helpful information. I learned something new today.
Definitely,
Refinance, guys, give her a call.
definitely. Thank
Thank
you.
you.
This is Masi.
Okay, we are going to wrap up here. Thanks so much to Therese Camacho for the excellent information for veterans. And speaking of veterans, everybody, we want to introduce you to a veteran of BankPacific here in Hinagania. This is Gilbert. And Gilbert is 10 years old. He is one of the signature 2 parents that they have here. It's a wonderful facility. So come on down, and when you apply for a home loan, just marvel at the wonderful offices. They're absolutely beautiful, Liz.
Beautiful.
And it looks like you made a new friend here.
Yes.
Well, it seems the quickest way to someone's heart is, of course, through their stomach, and that extends to all members of the animal kingdom. And, you know, probably, Liz, as you've been educating us, the quickest way to actually get a home that you can call your own is to come down here and talk to the friendly folks at BankPacific.
Yes.
All right, whoops, Gilbert, you dropped
Gilbert.
a little.
He's definitely enjoying that.
All right, so Thank you so much. Thank you, Gilbert.
Thank you.
Gilbert, do you have a business card that you can possibly give us? You have an email address or Facebook page? Okay, we'll get that for you. We'll put it on YouTube.
He's preoccupied.
Yeah. All right. Well, thanks so much for the information again. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
All right. See you next time, everybody.